Alright, today's video, C5 Z06 maintenance. This was my dream car in high school. When the Corvette, C5 Corvette came out in late 96 as a 97 model, that dethroned the DeLorean as my dream car. And the DeLorean sits at number 2 on my dream car list. Maybe someday I'll get one. But this was it, C5 Corvette. Then of course the Z06 came out, so that had to be my dream car. If I were to make a top 10 list of my dream cars, the Ferrari 355 would be there somewhere. I like the era of Ferrari that ranges from 308 to 360. I think the 355 is my favorite, or maybe the Testarossa is my favorite from that 80s to 90s era, but the 355 is an awesome car. I actually made a video about that titled Ferrari 355, the affordable Ferrari. Since then, prices have gone up. I think the cheapest Ferrari right now is the 348. That's considered the worst Ferrari of all time. One of them, anyway. I drive it. I'd buy it right now if I can. But the thing is, with Ferraris, is you have to do the engine out service every 3 to 5 years, and that's like 10 grand. So today, we're maintaining the C5 Z06 with a 15 millimeter wrench and a $20 drive belt. That's it. No engine out service. So a couple of ribs broke off here, so I don't want to drive this around anymore. I like to look at my engine, you know. After every time I drive, I'm gonna clean it up right now after I replace this belt. But I like this car a lot, so I like looking at the engine. And I discovered the belt is starting to disintegrate, so let's change it. We don't even have to go to a Italian master mechanic for this one. Just some guy on YouTube with a 15 millimeter wrench. Okay, so I'm on the other side, so I could reach the wrench, so I'm just gonna pull it and then slip the belt off the alternator right now. There you go. Simple. Came right off. See, I was able to reach the wrench, pull, and slip this off with my other hand. I don't even need a breaker bar. I'm like He-Man. Okay, here's the belt diagram. If you want, I can sell it to you for $50. Tensioner, water pump, alternator, power steering, idler, and crank. So let's see how long this takes me. I'm at 2 minutes right now. This is going to be the harder part. Okay, I'm almost there. So I have it around the alternator. Use some tape to hold that in place. Power steering, it's under the idler right there. Now I have to just go under the crank and we're good to go. And I'm only at like 5 minutes right now. Okay, all set. You could probably relate to what I'm saying if you've ever changed a drive belt before. When you change one on a car you've never done before, usually it'll take about 30 minutes, which this ended up taking me. But then if you ever do it again, it'll take you like 10 minutes, maybe less, because you're familiar with the little quirks. On this car, this is what I did differently. There's just enough room to work around this, but I would snake the belt under the crank pulley first. You had to start all over, so I went under. See that little gap right there? It's kind of tight, but you don't need to take anything out. I was actually going to take off the intake, but I didn't take anything off. So you want to snake the belt under the crank first. It's kind of a tight fit, and then work your way up. Initially, I worked my way from here under the water pump to the alternator, but then it wasn't working out, so I started from the crank and then worked my way up. And then tensioner, put the alternator on last because I could reach it. So one person job. It'll probably be You'll probably shave some time off this job if you have a helping hand, but yeah, I could reach the tensioners here, and then I was able to reach the alternator. But yeah, 40 minutes. I could do this now in 10-15 minutes, 5 minutes with help. Alright everyone, kick ass, be safe, take it easy, have a great week.